So what we're going to do now is some nice spinal mobility exercises that we can do lying down on the floor. So again, just make sure you've got something on the floor just to protect your skin. And we're going to start with what we call a knees to chest. So I'm going to have a lie on my back, support my head with a pillow, like so, and just gently pull my knees into my chest. So I'm going to wrap my hands around my shins and just pull my knees as far as I can, as far as it's comfortable, into my chest. And what that will do is give some nice flexion through the lumbar, the lower part of our back, and open out that quite nicely. Now equally you can do this with a single leg if that's more comfortable, or you want to give that support, or if your hip doesn't quite stretch that far. Again, so you can do that with a single leg, like so, or you can do it as a double leg. Again, individual preference is fine. Once we've held that for a few seconds, around 30 seconds or so, we can add in a slight rotation. So I'm going to take one hand down to the floor just to support myself, and then I'm just going to take my legs down to the opposite side and use this hand to kind of push down through my knees, give some extra twist, and then use my other arm again just to allow some support and give some extra rotation. Hold in that position for at least 30 seconds or longer if comfortable, and you can feel it gives a nice kind of opening through. For me, this is the right side of my lower back and up into the upper back as well. Once we've done that, we can take our legs back to the centre, pull our knees back into our chest, just give a nice little stretch again through the lower back, and then this time we're going to take it down to the opposite side. So support myself with my left hand as I take my legs down to the right hand side, and again just use my right arm to support and give a little gentle push through my knees on that side, and again take my arm out to the side and give myself some support just to give a little extra stretch through my lower back and up into my middle of my back. Hold that for a few seconds, and again just breathe in really deeply into where you can feel that stretch, so all down that side. Really kind of try and deep breathe into that side to give as much extra mobility as you can, which feels quite nice. And then come out of that really gently, and then gently up into sitting. The next one that we're going to look at is what we call a chest opener, and we're going to do this lying on our side. I'm going to do this way, and hopefully you can see. So I'm going to support my head with a pillow, have a lie down onto my left hand side, and keep my knees bent. So my knees are at a right angle, and if you feel like you need something extra to give yourself some stability through your trunk, if you lack some control, again you can take use of some books and just pop them behind your hips, and that will kind of keep them facing forwards. If you've got the active control to hold that, then that's great. Equally, some people might want to prop themselves up against the wheel of their day chair, or any sort of hard surface really, but by blocking the hips and allowing them to face forwards, it will just give some extra localized stretch through the spine and through the chest as well. So I'm going to pop my arms out to the side and rest my head down on my pillow, and I'm going to take my top hand and I'm going to slide it as far forwards as I can. So that will give me that thoracic rotation to the right hand side, and then take my arm up and over my body and follow with my head as I do so, and then place it on the floor behind me, or as far as you feel that you've got range. It might be that you can only get to here, and that's absolutely fine. If you can get all the way down, then great. It might be that if you're only a few inches off the floor, you can prop this hand on some pillows to give some support, so you can lie comfortably in that position and allow your chest to open. And then we've done that, we're going to come back, place one hand on top of the other, and we're back in the starting position again. And then we can do that a number of times, just to kind of keep that chest nice and mobilised. The final one that we're going to look at is what we call a supine twist. And again, we can stay in this position, so lying on our side. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to straighten my bottom leg and keep my top leg bent. And depending on the hip mobility, you can also support this knee on some pillows if you need to. And again, I'm going to take this hand, open it out behind me, and this time I'm going to use this hand to support this knee, give a little bit of an extra pull. Should feel that then through your lower back a little bit more, Again, and take that top arm out behind you as much as you can, using pillows if you need to kind of allow yourself to rest in that position. But this is quite a nice one to stretch out through the lower back. And then again, really gently coming out of that position. And they're just some really nice ones to help open out through the spine and especially through the lower back.